Back to the latest on the collapse in Surfside, Florida, and Governor Ron DeSantis is joining us now live. Governor, thank you for being with us. You spoke from Surfside earlier today. Did you go to the scene of that collapse, and can you walk us through exactly what you saw out there?
I did. So I was able to get a full briefing from the local emergency response folks. We were able to tour the whole condominium complex. And I'll tell you, it's obviously bad to see on TV or see in a photo, but when you actually get there, I mean, those balconies collapse right on each other. I mean, it was a really traumatic thing to see. There were search and rescue folks that were on scene. They actually, when I was there, were in contact with a woman who was in some of the rubble, so they were working to save her. And then we were also able to go and meet with the folks who either had been displaced from the condominium complex or the family members of people who had lived there. And I think, that was really difficult thing, I think, for a lot of the families. Obviously, a tragedy is bad enough, but just not knowing because they're still going in and doing search and rescue. And so there was a lot of real, I think, sense of dread just with the families not having all the information. So, we told the local folks there, they're like, look, obviously put out accurate information, but if you have somebody that's in a hospital, if the next of kin can be notified, that's a huge relief for them. And then obviously, as you're doing rescue operations, to be able to do that. And so it was really a heartbreaking thing to be able to see. These were families who you're living just a normal life, and obviously tragedy can strike, but you would never think that a building would just collapse. And so it was one of the more traumatic things I think I've seen.
And I know that you've issued some state resources helping in this tragedy. Can you talk about the emergency order you issued and what kind of federal help as well that people of Florida can expect?
Sure. So we worked with the local folks down there. We provided resources from the state for the immediate response and the search and rescue. We got word from FEMA that they would be willing to approve individual assistance. And so we did the emergency declaration, which then opens that up. So that assistance will be federal assistance to people that have been displaced as a result of this. And so if you think about it, we fortunately had a lot of people that were able to get out to safety, but that building is done. They're never going to go back, obviously, and live there. So they're going to need housing. They're going to need arrangements for the foreseeable future. So that emergency declaration, assuming FEMA does approve our request, which we think they will, that will unlock additional assistance for the families who may have been displaced by the catastrophe.
And finally, it's my understanding this building is 40 years old, and we're hearing that its 40-year inspection was due to bring it up to current hurricane code. Do you know, in fact, if there was any construction going on when this collapsed that could have caused it, perhaps?
So they're looking at that. Now, obviously, the first order of business is to save any lives, search and rescue, and that's ongoing. Then obviously help the people that have been displaced. But kind of the next thing is, okay, what was the cause of this? How did this happen? So they don't have the answers to that now, but we believe they will be able to determine that or come up with a pretty good idea of that in the not too distant future. There are engineers that are on the scene now, and they're looking at it, but I was there probably around noontime. They didn't obviously at that point have the definitive explanation yet.
All right, Governor Ron DeSantis, thank you so much for your time and joining us this evening. We do appreciate it. Of course, our thoughts and prayers out to the folks on the other side of the state. Thank you.